Not sure exactly how much of that last one got done. Oh, maybe I fixed it. I've already been working on this and took off the blocks of my 90s RG. Been playing this thing forever and a day, but I took off the blocks and I'm fixing to change the strings. Oh, the A string always likes to go out on these after about 10 shows. Yeah, I'm one of those guys that's lazy. I try to get as many shows in out of a $8 set of strings as possible. Unless they just start sounding bad, and I'm sitting here looking at this, and I can't believe I did as many shows as I did on them because they look so bad. But we're fixing to take them off, start restringing, and just tell you, it's been a pretty decent week at work, man. You know, had a big metal change come up today, and we just so happened to have one last sheet of metal. Good old silver. You know, it's going to be fun. I already can tell. But, can't complain. Got work to do. And work all week allows you to go out and have a little fun on the weekends, right? So there's my A string. Yeah, I'm one of those guys that likes to wind them back up, but to save face, I'm not going to waste time with that. I am going to open up a pack of strings out of the nice box that I've got. Ooh. Or should I just? Yeah, we'll just go with a fresh box. They ain't but a few bucks. It's the new year. I love Diodario. For the money, they just sound great. They're affordable. I need a razor knife. Pardon me for just a moment. Yeah, wife's going to get my son Nate from work. That's the cool thing about vlogging too. It's like a video journal. If I ever decide to go back and watch these, I'll remember the time when there was a truck in the yard but it didn't run. And by then, that'll have came and went. And I'll be able to remember the time. I miss my Frontier. Both me and my son do. I guess it's a good thing I gave Mike the topper when I did, because it probably would be destroyed. This is where it gets real aggravating. Getting the stuff out of the block. That right there. If you don't get that out and tighten up these blocks properly with this little bitty Allen wrench, the first thing that happens when you start to jam out or tune up is you hear that sound, that famous sound. Doing! See, like right now, you know it's tight. It feels tight, but is it tight enough? Who knows? Always make sure you run the string underneath the little, you might as well call it a tree. It's a tree that goes all the way across my neck on these lockdown setups. They won't do it on a Fender, but they'll do it on Japanese guitars. They were smart. Sorry, Fender. I love you. Nothing sounds quite like you. But man, there's a reason why they call these superior. There's a reason why working men love an Ibanez. Man, just think, we're going to do this 5 more times. Estimated time, 45 minutes. See, that's how you know you're close. And that's why I say just do it 1 string at a time if you can. Because when you take them all off, it screws with the springs and the tensions. You'll tune it and tune it and tune it. Because each one of these is a different tension. And it just don't never get. You'll get so frustrated you might throw the guitar on the floor and just go eat supper. Do you understand where I'm coming from? And you'll question the existence of being a guitarist. And you don't want that because, like I said, this thing it's a zen for me. So take my advice. Do the string that's broke first and then work your big strings out and do them one at a time like you're supposed to do at work. Do it 1 sheet at a time. Roll it down like a piece of wallpaper. Then you go on to the next one. Not the seam, just the center hat post. Glue them down, stick the sheet. Glue them down, stick the sheet. When I say stick the sheet, roll it. Anyway, that's not guitar. This is guitar time. I'm so sorry, folks. It's been a good day, though. This is what happens when you keep it to yourself because you know nobody's listening. See, I'm listening right now, so it's all great. It's all gravy, right? I just hope that somebody out there hears this and goes, hey man, I remember that time you tried to tell me on like your 4th video about when you're doing Floyd Roses. I'll be like, somebody's listening. Thank you. I got one of them. Take it out from underneath the tree. As soon as it gives you enough looseness and tension. As soon as it comes off your little tuning key peg, whatever, you pop it loose here. And this is why I do like these, even though I say I don't. I don't have to chuck no bridge. I don't have to put no memorization. You just take the string, unloosen it, pop it out. Try to make sure you take enough off there where you can pop the new string in. There's Big E. Here's the new Big E. Big E, yeah. Famous wrestler. I ain't had a chance to watch too much wrestling. But I sat and watched them dogs this weekend with my wife, and there was some cable, not cable, but satellite, and you know, it's probably about 10 years almost since I've watched wrestling. This was SmackDown anyway, and never was a huge fan of SmackDown. I was more of a Raw guy. I hope that wasn't a bad sound. Didn't sound good. Yeah. We'll find out in a minute. Pops and crackles ain't good. That's why they always say don't buy those Chinese Floyd Roses for 20 bucks. Because that's the first thing that's going to happen. These little parts, they're made out of very cheap metal. They call it pot metal. Pot metal. it's a very cheap. It's cast, so they drip the metal into a cast, and then it cools, and that's the part. Well, that's all fine and well when it's made out of brass or titanium, but this stuff's got lead in it and tin, very soft metal. So it strips the third time you use it, and it's at a show. When it's done broke a string, take it from the guy that's been through about 20 of them, and then ask his buddy guitarist. They all say, man, you gotta get a good bridge. You can't get the cheap one, you gotta get the good one. And you say, nah, 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 I'm okay. I ain't got that kind of money. Well, 10 years go by and you're not able to play your favorite guitar because you just won't hawk the money up. Well, as soon as I spent the 300 something dollars on the bridge and paid a real good person that knows his stuff about fretwork and, you know, able to get it really set up, it is a huge difference maker. And I'll do one of these with each of my guitars if I can, because that way you can get a backline on some of my favorites. And I've taken in some from good family member friends, folks that you guys probably know or haven't met. I don't know. If you live near Moultrie, Norman Park, some of them you might know, have met, partied with us back in the day. I don't party much anymore, but I love to help others party. Stretch this thing. Just get them close, because you're going to have to spend plenty of time tuning it later. Good old lockdown guitars, man. So much fun. Once you get them the way you want. Next, all right, so we're 12 minutes in and we're working on the third string. Good old D looks like it's been ran hard and left for wet. You see every fret. I guess if I came in some more money, I would get this guy refretted, I guess. I don't know. This guitar is just makes me go to my happy place. You forget all your hand surgeries and stuff that bugged you the past 5 years, and you go to the place that you were at when, you know, like I said, I wrote my first song. Where'd it go? Okay. You just go through a door, like my singer says. When I start singing, I go through a door. And that's a really good way of putting it. Because if you walk through that door, the only time you got to worry about walking through it again is when you take a break. And most of the time, that doesn't even affect it. Because if you're having a good night, you're having a good night. She wants the D string. Wait, what are you talking about, a G string? I wish. believe that? I stop and it's on the note. I'm glad I caught that on video. That's too cool. Because that just saved me minutes. And minutes are important because I haven't had dinner yet. I could probably stand to lose 1 minute or 1 meal, but be alright. It's the G string. I'm gonna shout out to my singer, Big G, Karma's Child. Been singing together now over a year. And I'll tell you, when we all started talking about this, everybody just seen him as the guy that sang Cumbersome. And, that, you know, there's a lot of good singers out there that can sing Cumbersome. But you just don't see the Cumbersome singer singing 3 AC/DC songs in the night. And I'm talking about kill it. Kill it. This guy's 2 times my size and moves speakers around and helps hook up all the gear. How many singers you know do that? If you know a singer that doesn't do that, show them this video. I was a singer. I was a singer and I played guitar for 20 years. And, you know, that's a lot of work in itself. Running the PA and making sure stuff ain't squealing. He gets right in on all that stuff. And it's hard to find. I ain't trying to knock any singers out there. I'm just saying, there ain't a lot of singers out there that do that. If you have one, you better shout him out. So, this episode is partially dedicated to one of my bestest friends in the world, Big G. Lives down a real long dirt road. And I think that's what makes him so special, man. I grew up on a dirt road. It was just a couple blocks long. But I remember I was like maybe 7 years old, they paved it. Life's never the same. So you sit there and you hear them old country songs. I take the dirt road. Yep. All us medium old folks, that's all we know. All right. We're past the halfway point. Meow. And we're at the 18 mark. So, I can keep this thing going. Two more. It'd be kind of cool. I ain't never really timed myself doing this. Nope. Dos más. So yeah, on video, here it is. First week of February. I'm working on this big trailer today. Realize I need a little help. And I get some help. But he's big and he's gonna be a lot of help. But I don't know how to speak Spanish very well. So I'm probably gonna get on Babbel or something. I could have a lot more friends if I could speak good Spanish. And some of these guys I've been working with for a long time. And it'd be kind of cool just to carry on a conversation with them like I do with this phone, and it don't sound like broken up, jokey Spanish, or even jokey English, Spanglish. Me and Alfredo talked about that many years ago. He says he wants me to show him some stuff on the guitar too. Just never seems to happen. You get home, and for years I'd get home and I'd just go sit down in my chair and pass out. It's all I can do to learn a new way to get out the chair and put myself on camera. Really? On camera? Still don't feel right. And changing strings, it's like almost to me would seem like watching a pot of water boil. But you get 6 chances to see somebody tear one of these things one string at a time. I'll put it in the description how to change strings on a Floyd Rose. I'm sorry for such bad camera techniques. I've only been running the camera a week. I've only had an iPhone, and this is an iPhone 7, might I add, for a week.